Good morning. Sun is shining this morning. I love that, man. There's something about the sun's energy that just, man, it does something. I know it does something for me. It's like, and it just gets your soul going in the morning. I love it. Thursday, getting close to the end of the week here. First part of November. Man, I've got something this morning that I think it's a good question, but how many people out there actually see themselves as extraordinary? Not that what they're doing is extraordinary, but you actually see yourself as extraordinary. And how much of an impact does that have on your life, whether you do or whether you don't? I think it has a huge impact. I know probably a month or two ago, I was talking about the Ogmandino's book, The Greatest Miracle in the World, and where it outlines in there in the God Memorandum on exactly how extraordinary we are. We have 100 million receptors in our eyes. I was reading this morning, we have 60,000 miles of veins in our bodies that pumps, I believe, 60,000 gallons a year. Just crazy. But, I think a lot of times we get so used to life and so used to everything just being the way it is that we forget that we're extraordinary and we're capable of living an extraordinary life, but we don't, because we have actually just allowed ourselves to define ourselves as normal. So I know earlier this week I was talking about self-encouragement, and I believe that's really important. It's not only important that we encourage others, but we self-encourage as well. Well, in part of that, I believe it's realizing that you are extraordinary. So my word for you today, that you are extraordinary. Realize you're extraordinary, because I think the more we keep our focus on that, it reminds us and can have a big impact on our life, on what we're really here for and what we're, to get the most out of life. So one other thing, I'm working on a project right now that's challenging for me, and I wanted to share something with you. One of the things that's helping me with that challenge is to set visual reminders, in my perception during the day. So like on my kitchen counter, I've got a book, one of my favorite books. This is a combination of several books actually, but Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is one of my all-time favorites. But I like to set visual stuff within my perception during the day, because I believe it keeps our eye on what we're needing to do. A lot of times if we're doing something challenging, a lot of times it's easy to get distracted and lose sight of that. So one of the things that I notice, when you go in people's house and they have these different signs and writings and stuff on the wall, I think that's a great idea, especially, when it comes to what I was talking about this morning, realizing that, not realizing, but remembering that you're extraordinary. Be nice to put out some visual stuff in your house that reminds you of that every day. I think it's a great deal. So I hope you guys have an awesome Thursday. I'm getting ready to get after it here today. I'm still playing around with some of the stuff here on this new Facebook, the way they got this layout. So you guys have a great Thursday, and I will see you in the morning.